Your boy got into the Zenless Zone Zero beta, and I think that honestly there's a lot of pros and a lot of cons to Zenless Zone Zero. There's a bunch of things that I feel that a lot of content creators have touched up on that I agree with, but also some things that I feel need to be addressed, at least on my side of the spec, or whatever you want to call it. But I feel that there's a lot of good things and a lot of bad things about Zenless Zone Zero that need to be talked about. So today we're going to be going ahead and giving my personal opinions on Zenless Zone Zero and how I feel about the beta so far. Now, of course, if you like the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next Zenless Zone Zero video comes out. And of course, if you guys haven't already done so, check out Gamer Subs, 10%. Oh, excuse me, 10% off of your next purchase if you use code TYSTRA, gluten-free, keto-friendly energy that works really, really well. So there's that. But anyways, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Zenless Zone Zero is fun. In my personal opinion, I think that it's fun. However, there are some things about Zenless Zone Zero that I feel are challenging to really give it the props that it deserves. I feel as though there are some things that Zenless Zone Zero needs to touch up on before this game is fully released. But first, let's go ahead and talk about some pros. First thing, combat, fantastic. I love the combat of this game. I think it's a lot of fun. I have so much fun with so many different characters. And it's just overall like enjoyable. I kind of compare the gameplay to Scarlet Nexus, if anybody has played that. It kind of seems like that with the switching and stuff. I really do dig that. So there's that. I find that that's extremely fun. Another thing too about this game is that the characters are awesome, right? Like, as you can see, we have so many different characters. I don't have all the cutting hair, or all the cutting hairs. I don't have all the characters, but I do enjoy a few. The couple that I've really enjoyed is Soldier 11. Soldier 11's a lot of fun. Nicole is so much fun. I love using her on my team for long range, but also kind of closing them in. And then of course Soukaku, she's adorable. And I've been like, yes, I want to play as her since I first saw her. And I have a lot of fun with Soukaku. Billy the Kid is really cool, or Billy Kid, however you want to say his name, is a lot of fun. Corin's really dope as well. And I haven't tried Rina just yet. I've been leveling her up, but my word, is she hot. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I feel like the character designs are really, really good. And this like screen right here changes every time. So let's back out of it. Let's go back in. Boom, Koleda. And you don't even have to have the character. Like, I don't have Koleda as a character. I don't know why it does this little lagging thingy on here. But my game is lagging a little bit. I don't know why it does that. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun in that regard. And I do enjoy it because it's different. I truly feel that it's fun in that regard. But I still feel that there are some things with the game that do need to be touched up on. Like the optimization for OBS. Like, that's insane to me. But there's a lot of cool things about it. There are a lot of really, really cool things about it, as you can see. Just this stuff in general is really, really cool. A couple things too is that the events are pretty easy to understand. And it seems like they're pretty straightforward. So there's that. So gameplay and all that stuff is really cool. But what are some cons for the game? Well, let's go ahead and go over here. Sorry that my game is lagging. I don't know why it's doing that, so I gotta figure that out. But it's only when I go into the overworld, which is funny. As you can see, we're in the commissions tab area, but the story commissions cost stamina. That's a big problem. Like, as you can see on the bottom right corner, it costs stamina to actually do stuff. And I think that that's such a huge miss. And it's not only on the story missions, it's also the side missions too. As you can see, for the side mission, it's going to cost me 30 for this one in particular. This one 40. Why are we charging stamina for this to play the game? I don't think that that's, like, I can understand when it's relics and artifacts or whatever the heck in Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, but I feel that this is such a miss. You're basically telling your like people like, hey, you only get a certain amount of time to play this game. you know, use your stamina wisely. It's like, I get it, we should use our stamina wisely, but we shouldn't also, like, we shouldn't have to use our stamina like that. That's so idiotic, in my opinion, and such a big miss. And I feel that Hoyoverse went this route in a very terrible way. Another thing too is this interface. I think that the interface needs a massive overhaul. Something that Tectone said in his video when he was talking about Honkai, or not Honkai, Zenless Zone Zero, is that the interface should be easily identifiable by the symbols that we have to, you know, look at. And honestly, it's tough with this. Signal search is your summons, which signal search is pretty cool. I think that, you know, summoning for, you know, whatever is pretty neat. It's gonna lag a little bit, but we're gonna just do a single summon. This is take 2 of this, and I literally got like a W engine on this one, but this one just kind of was trash. I didn't even actually, like, let's redo it. We're gonna do a quick single summon on this to kind of show the whole animation, and I think that's what's really neat about it. So you find out on the TVs what you get, and then it goes into that, which is pretty sick. I think that that's a really cool way of going through a summon animation. However, I do feel that it's a little more unforgiving. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel about it. Now, these banners look really, really nice. I haven't gotten Ellen, but yeah, there's a lot of cool characters on it. Don't really have much to say about that. But in regards to the interface, like, agents is pretty understandable, storage is pretty understandable, but you have this thing called Internaut, and Internaut goes into like commissions that you could accept through here, which is hard to understand. You have to go through all of them, kind of scroll through and accept something. You have your schedule, which is more Persona based, and I've never played Persona, but me personally, I don't like restricting what I could do like as part of the cycles. So in the morning you could do one thing, in the evening you could do another, and at midnight you could do another thing, and then you go to sleep, and then it's the next day. And I think that that's cool, but at the same time, it gets annoying because you can only do certain things during the morning or during the evening, and then at midnight you only have a very specific amount of things you could do, and then you have to rest, and then it just restarts the day. Why do I have to do that? Why do I could understand that if this was a Persona game where it actually makes sense, but this doesn't. It just doesn't make any sense to what we're doing. But maybe I'm missing the point on that. Proxy Primer, just missions for you to get free stuff. I think that's dope. Kudos. But yeah, outside of that, like, the game seems just decent in general, but I feel as though it's going to suffer from what we just talked about. I feel like in general, with costing stamina to do your main or side missions, and then the Internaut system being as like confusing to navigate, your overall interface being hard to navigate, your gameplay is great, but I don't think it's going to make up for what's going to be confusing for people to get into. I'm only level 22, and I could have been a lot higher, but there are times when I just look at it and I'm like, I really don't want to play, but it seems like it's fun. The gameplay is a lot of fun. However, there is one thing: the hollow areas that you go into for your side missions are annoying. Like, I heard that in closed beta 1, I think it was either closed beta 1 or closed beta 0, the hollow missions were not that bad, and they were more like you go around and you hit stuff, which is great. Like, you want people to play your game. However, I feel like the hollow missions in this closed beta right now are terrible. It's all puzzle based, and I'm like, I don't want to sit there for and I've timed this, and they also give you a timer. There are many times like it takes 30 minutes for you to even like get done with a full mission, because of the fact that you're doing the whole like side parts of the missions. And like, I get it to be like quest like, and you could redo the quest, that's cool, but I shouldn't have to just do all puzzles and then do like 1 to 2 fights. That's annoying. I should be mainly fighting in these. And if there's puzzles, great. There's some puzzles in it, that's cool. But I feel like it's 80% puzzle, 20% gameplay. And that's not a good ratio. In fact, you should probably be going for 50-50 if that's how you want to go about it, but it's definitely not 50-50. You're getting more puzzles than gameplay, in my personal opinion. But I digress. There are some really good things about Zenless Zone Zero that I think will make this game better than the rest, but I also feel that there are some things that this game really needs to hammer out. And with this being as almost complete as it is, there's got to be something that has to be something that needs to be done before this game releases, and there's plenty of it that needs to happen. So, but that's just my opinion. Overall, do I think Zenless Zone Zero is good or bad or whatever? I think Zenless Zone Zero is good. I think it's pretty dang good, but it has its issues and it needs to hurry and work those out before we get into actually fully releasing this game. And y'all, that's going to be it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. And hopefully you are enjoying the Zenless Zone Zero beta if you're playing it. If you are, let me know in the comments down below. Once again, thank you so much. Love you all to death. And as always, we will catch you in the next video. Please take care and be safe.